Hello and welcome to this episode of Talking About Rock, sponsored by School of Rock, North Buffalo. Remember, all our shows are available wherever you get your podcasts on all the streaming services, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss an episode. On this episode, we have the Rods, Carl Canedy. The band rocked their way through the 80s with a powerful, raw energy. Once the go-to for opening acts, such as Judas Priest, Ozzy Osbourne, Iron Maiden, among others, along with contemporaries like Anvil and Raven. The Rods are an integral part of what is commonly recognized today as heavy metal's golden age, and emerged during the new wave of British heavy metal. Here to talk with us about the upcoming album Rattle the Cage, out January 12th, Carl Canedy from the Rods. Next on Talking About Rock. Okay, we now have with us Carl Canedy from the Rods. Hello, Carl. How's it going?
It's going great. How are you doing today?
Great, man. Well, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. We know you're here to talk with us about the new album you guys got coming out, Rattle the Cage, out January 12th. What can you tell us about putting that together?
Well, it's been somewhat of a process, but it's been a different journey for us because we have a new bass player, and you have to forgive me. I have a lozenge in my mouth, so I'll try to speak clearly. And let me just take it out because I'm losing my voice. So
okay,
you have to bear with me. I'll speak up as best I can. So it was a different process because now we have Freddie Villano from Quiet Riot and Dee Snider's Widowmaker in the band, and it's been a huge addition to the project. So in working on the material, Freddie and I worked out parts together. David wrote almost all these songs. I think Freddie contributed to one song. I contributed lyrics to and the idea to for Rattle the Cage and Shockwave, but David did all the music on this and did a killer job. And so it was a great process. It was painless and it was fun. And I think the end result is a heavier classic Rods album, probably one of the best albums we've made, but it's lyrically a little different, a little more political, a little more insightful, and also with the addition of Freddie's bass sound, he brings a lot of low end and a lot of energy to the band, and we've never had that, quite honestly, except for Craig Gruber in the early days,
right?
And Steve Starmer for the first album. Gary was never one. Gary was a very mid-rangey kind of bass sound that he wanted. So this has given us a new dimension, and we're thrilled. It was really a fun project, and having Freddie in the band is a huge addition, live as well as what you'll hear on the album.
Yeah, you can definitely hear that in the track for sure. What you're talking about, going back a little bit to the first release, you guys issued that in 1980, and then it was reissued by Arista Records, and simply because it was originally Rock Hard, and then they retitled it the Rods, and then I think they actually reordered the tracks there a little bit for you guys, starting out with that one.
Mm-hmm. What happened with that was they kept the original. They'd lost You Better Run, which was a cover of a Young Rascals song. I'm a big Rascals fan, so I suggested that. And then our sound person, George Baruti, was working for Pat Benatar, and then 6 months later, Pat Benatar came out with You Better Run. Of course, the Rascals, we're not saying that he took the single to them and that's where they got it, but it was a bit of a coincidence, and she did a killer version on it. But so they removed You Better Run. They removed Getting Higher, which I don't know why. Getting Higher is a cool song, but they chose not to add that. And what was the other one? There was another song they removed, but anyway, they added two new songs, Ace in the Hole and Nothing Going On in the City. Both of them really good additions. Mike Bone chose those, our A&R person, and he did an excellent job with those two songs.
Very cool. Yeah. And so on the new album here, this has been mixed and mastered by Chris Collier. How was your time working with him on that?
Chris Collier is just so great to work with. When I heard the Last in Line album, I was blown away by how great everything sounded. And I was listening on my iPhone. I'm like, holy shit, how is this, how is this happening?
Right.
Like this guy's a great engineer. So I tried to hunt him down, and Jeff Pilson is the one who gave me Chris Collier's contact. So Chris Collier has worked on the last two Rods albums, the Brotherhood of Metal and this album. He did the Canedy album for me, and he did the 450s album. He's been an amazing mix engineer, but he's so easy to work with, and he is so talented. So we're thrilled. We're thrilled to work with Chris. I think he gets the band, and as a result of having worked with him before, it's just so easy for him to dial in what we're looking for.
Yeah, and you brought up Last in Line. So for the folks out there who don't know, actually, David is actually the cousin of Ronnie James Dio and was very influenced early on from a lot of stuff I read, actually by his trumpet playing to start out with. And that actually, that grew into their bands and stuff. And then when Ronnie left and eventually went into Rainbow, I think that's when you guys went and started the Rods.
That's right. David took a year off. He built a cabin he had 40 acres on top of a mountain. And we had some great times up there. We would target shoot, and he had little goats, and it was a great little place. It was off the grid totally. Television was by batteries. He had to pump the water from the well. And but that's where he lived for a year. Built it right out of whatever he could find on the land. He chopped the trees down, and they built a little barn, and he built the cabin. It was a really nice place. And so after about a year of being off the road with Elf, after he'd been on the road for a solid year, he wanted to get away. And so that's what he did. He built the cabin, and then he started getting restless, and he and I started the Rods.
And you guys have been the opening go-to act for numerous bands over the years. It's just been amazing, the list of folks you've got a chance to play with. And you got some new amazing shows coming up as well, I see.
Well, we're going to Australia, and yes, we've been lucky to play. I mean, we got to do dates with Ozzy, with Randy Rose. I mean, we've been fortunate. Judas Priest, we've done some arena tours, Foghat, and so on. Judas Priest and Iron Maiden. We've been very fortunate to do a lot of great shows. Even Twisted Sister at the Palladium was a great show. But we have shows coming up. We're just starting to book gigs for next year. But right now, starting March 6th, I believe it is, we have 4 dates in Australia with Ross the Boss and Anvil. And then there's another band I always have to forgive me, other band. I can't remember your name. I'll have to look it up. But there's one other band on the bill as well. So we're looking forward to those dates. I mean, Ross and I played together in the early days of Man of War, and been a great friend ever since. And all the guys in Anvil, just those guys are good buds. They're great guys, and so looking forward to playing with friends. It's going to be a fun bill.
Yeah, very cool. I think the other band is Buckerfly or Buckersly. I don't know if I'm
Butterfly or
Butterfly, yeah.
Butterfly, yeah.
Yeah,
Butterfly.
I'm sorry, I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Yeah,
that's it. No wonder I couldn't remember. It's such a difficult name, Butterfly. And so yeah, and I heard they're a very good band. So it'll be a great show.
Yeah, that definitely sounds amazing. Well, I'm going to take a quick break here. I'm going to check out the track, and folks that are watching the video for the new single you guys got out, Shockwave, and we'll be right back here on Talking About Rock. Burning through my brain, driving me insane. Okay, we're back here on Talk About Rock. Just checked out the track for Shockwave. Excellent stuff you guys got coming out. And I was peeking in on some of your reels. So you got some little new drumsticks there you've been messing with also.
Oh yeah, the little the light up drumsticks are right behind me here. I just, they're odd little things to play with because they're extra long, and just keep fumbling around here till I find them. They're extra long and they're flexible. Let's see if I can find them. Anyway, they're flexible and
It definitely adds to the video reel I was checking out. I hope you guys continue to use that live. It's just very cool.
There we go.
Very cool extra added addition there to it.
Yeah, sorry, I can't find them now. But anyway, they are cool and they are fun. Oh wait, here we go. No. Oh, they come in a little bag, and I put them in the bag, so I couldn't find them so
Gotcha.
easily. But yeah, so anyway, these are cool little light up sticks. I'll just play a little air drums so you can see what's going on.
Yeah, very cool. I really like those.
But see, they're acrylic, and so you can see there's a flexibility in them. And so when you're playing, they don't exactly bounce the way a drumstick would, so they give a little bit. So they're a little awkward to play. Can't use rim shots, but when the lights are out, they look freaking cool.
Yeah. Who's making the ones they're using there?
It's a good question. I should probably find out who's making them so I can.
You give them a shout out. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can buy more, so other people can go buy them.
Did they send them to you, or you just went out and purchased them?
No, my friend here, who plays with 1224. And I don't know what I did with it. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. That's all right. That's all right. You can shoot
but
over
anyway,
later and we'll send the link out and stuff. Yeah.
But he used them in 1224 in his drum solo, and I asked him about them, and he told me the name, and so I went to buy some, and I've had them for a year. I just fired them up the other night. I thought I'm going to try these. It was late, and I thought, well, I'm just going to go ahead and put these to work.
Yeah,
it was kind of fun.
I like it. Yeah, I think folks will definitely dig it too. So very, very cool. So yeah, Rattle the Cage is going to be released January 12th, 2024 from Massacre Records. Folks, you can check that out. Looks very cool. And the Metal Forces tour you got going on. Looks like you got, was it 4 different dates coming up in Australia, I guess. You got Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne, all kinds of cool stuff going on. So very, very cool.
And I'm excited because I've been wanting a koala bear for about 5 years now. Excuse me. So, sorry, I'm struggling here with my voice. So when I go, hopefully I'll tuck one in my coat on the plane. It'll just be a little head sticking out, and I'll bring it back. They'll never notice, right?
Oh yeah, they won't check you at all. Yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to get that through customs.
Yeah, it's easy as bringing a panda back from China. No problem at all.
Right, exactly. All right, well, thank you so much, Carl, for joining us today. Really appreciate it. Good luck on the upcoming tour. We look for the new album, Rattle the Cage, like we were saying, coming out in January. Very, very cool. Thanks for stopping in and chatting with us.
Thank you so much. And we may be playing in Rochester, New York. We're looking to book a gig. We just haven't finalized the date. So,
you guys definitely got a lot of fans in Rochester, New York. I'll tell you, that was one thing for sure. When I saw that, you guys were doing some stuff, and I was like, there's a lot of fans of you guys in Rochester. I'm sure you're probably aware. So that'll be good to hear.
I would love to do a show there. So it may happen now.
Very cool.
Thanks again.
Yeah, we look forward to that, definitely. All right. So thank you also to our sponsor, School of Rock North Buffalo. And if you folks out there have comments or questions, you can email us at talkingaboutrock@gmail.com. Like us and follow us on our social media and our website, Talking About Rock. Carl, again, thanks for joining us, man.
Thank you.